This is Ralph Kurz.
This is Rob Heller.
Hi, and this is Kathryn Bucher, and you're listening to the College of Stoic Philosophers podcast.
Welcome to the College of Stoic Philosophers podcast, a podcast dedicated to exploring the applied philosophy of traditional Stoicism. The College of Stoic Philosophers is an online school founded in 2008. We at the college endeavor to educate all who would be Stoics and Stoic philosophers who aspire to the good life within the world community. Podcast episodes will include discussions of Stoic history, application, interviews, and much more, all while having some fun, fate permitting. I'm your host, Mark Sterry. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome to the College of Stoic Philosophers podcast. Welcome to the College of Stoic Philosophers podcast, everybody. We are here for a top 3 Stoic Songs podcast with our celebrity guest panel of Miss Kathryn Bucher, Mr. Rob Heller, and Ralph Kurz. Kathy, where are you zooming in from today?
Good morning, Mark. I'm coming in from Little Poulsbo, Washington, here in the United States.
Excellent. Are you excited for this event?
I actually am, and now I'm turned on to finding the best Stoic music ever. That now this is going to become an obsession. I was on for hours last night listening to things.
Nice. And Rob Heller, where are you zooming in from today there, brother?
I'm zooming in from the suburbs of Melbourne, Australia, right down under here, from a place called Reservoir, which is the coolest suburb in town.
And Rob is a recent member of our faculty. I worked with Rob in the ethics term, and Rob is a musician as well as myself. So, Rob, can you tell us a little bit about your music background and what you do?
Well, I hardly call myself a musician. I just love to play. I picked up the guitar as a teenager, and I put it down, didn't do anything, and then I picked it up around about in my 40s, and I did my first public performance at the age of 47. And I've got a large collection of ukuleles and guitars, and I play a bit of bass, and I've got a digital piano somewhere, and I just like to play because
Good for you.
I can.
Outstanding, brother. Absolutely outstanding. And Ralph's been on the podcast before. Ralph, you're a kind of a fellow metalhead like me. What's your music interest?
Well, it's definitely, I switched to progressive rock, progressive metal music within the last, 2, 3, 4 years. It's like it could have become an obsession now. So because there's so much to discover, so much to be surprised of what is possible in music, which I never thought before. So great, yeah.
And Kathy, I never really asked you yet. What is your general taste in music?
Oh, you know what? I like Spanish flamenco, of all the strange things. So when I take my walks, I'm listening to the Gypsy Kings. I'm listening to anything that sort of smacks of southern Spain, and so that's curious, isn't it? I'm also have dabbled in opera for a long time, and an operatic aria will be on my short list.
I love it. That's great. So how this podcast works is on my other music podcast I've had for the last 10 years or so. I've done a variety of top 5 episodes. Like I said before, top 5 Beatles songs, top 5 country songs, top 5 The Doors songs, whatever. And since starting this college podcast, I wanted to try this and see how it goes over. And how we'll do this is we'll pick one person to go first. Let's just say Kathy. Then we'll do, and Kathy, say your song or whatever you want to say about your song. We'll have a little discussion if we like it or no, whatever. And then we'll go to Ralph, and then I'll just go last. And we'll create a list. Number 3, number 2, number 1, and then we get done. We're not going to really judge each other's list, but the listeners are encouraged to write on our college Facebook page or traditional Stoicism Facebook page or Discord or whatever, and let us know your favorite list. And if we can figure it out, we'll share a Spotify playlist with the show notes. We are unable to use clips of the songs due to copyright infringement things. There's no such thing as a 10-second rule, which I learned the hard way with my other podcasts. So, do you guys have any questions before we start?
No.
Let's go with Kathy. Kathy, what is your number 3 Stoic song, and this is just you personally. You know, I'll have a variety of these shows. Your personal Stoic playlist. Kathy, what is your number 3 Stoic song?
So my number 3 is by Laura Veirs. Laura Veirs is a female folk singer. She has a great following especially on the West Coast, and she did a couple songs from her Years of Meteors album in 2005. One of them called Galaxies, which is really about the stunning nature of the universe. So it's one of those songs that I just sort of sit back and go, oh my, right? Are you familiar with her work, Mark?
I am not. Are either of you guys?
Laura
No.
Veirs. Yeah, Veirs. So yes, you all have to go and start listening to Laura Veirs.
And is it more lyrically or musically reminds you of Stoicism?
It does, because it's lyrical and it's mystical. It takes you into sort of a otherworldliness. She uses amazing acoustic accompaniment. It's very hard for me to explain it beyond that. But you know, when you're thinking about Stoic music, it's really a vast topic, because you could come at this from understanding the vastness and the stunning interconnectedness of nature. You could go and look at the nature of virtue, of courage, what's justice, what's wisdom. You can look at personal control or lack of. I mean, think about that, guys. Stoicism covers a lot of ground. And so does music. So you almost don't need one list, Mark. You need several to sort of underneath all those categories of what Stoicism discusses, right?
And if this podcast goes well, then we will do this a number of times and make a variety of lists. And how I like it, there's really no wrong answers, so that's good. Let's jump to Rob Heller from Australia. Rob, what is your number 3 top 3 Stoic song of all time?
All right. So the number 3 song I've chosen is one written by an Australian, of course, mate. It's by a bloke by the name of Eric Bogle, and it's called The Band Played Waltzing Matilda. Now it's a reflection on the Battle of Gallipoli in Turkey against the Turks in 1915, where basically a lot of us young Australians were sent to their death by the British. Really, they were forced to attack when the odds were just against them. This song is a popular folk song. Has been covered by many people. It's probably the most popular one that I know of is by the Pogues, a band called the Pogues from Ireland. It's significant that this song comes up because tomorrow in Australia is Anzac Day, and it's a day that we honour our people that have lost their lives in war, all the wars. So that's why I've chosen as the number 3 song. It's a great song. It's about courage and it's about acceptance of fate. And it talks about the song. It's not a complaint about war and and losing your comrades or whatever. It's that it's the war and it's nothing to celebrate. So The Band Played Waltzing Matilda, written by Eric Bogle, is my number 3.
I've never heard the song before, but after your promo there, I definitely am looking forward to checking it out. Have any of you guys ever heard that song?
No, but I certainly know a little bit about that history. So it sounds like a profound thing to take a listen to.
Especially on Anzac Day, certainly. There'll be Australians all around the world that'll be having a minute of silence to remember their fathers or their grandfathers or grandmothers or sons or daughters, whatever. So, yeah.
Great pick, Rob. Let's jump to Germany. Ralph, what's your number 3 pick?
My number 3 pick is actually a progressive rock band from Italy. So
Imagine
they are making music since the 1970s, and it's more people should know them. So the band is called Premiata Foneria Marconi, which is like, when you translate it back to English, something like award-winning bakery Marconi. So this is their origin name. So it's very interesting. Since the 1970s, and they were recommended to me by Spotify, I think. Here, look on the progressive progressive rock radar, and there was one song I liked very much, and I heard this album here, Emotional Tattoos, from them while writing my Heraclitus essay, and there was a lot in it. And the song I would not say it's a Stoic song, but there's a lot of stuff in the lyrics that remind me of some Stoic ideas. So the song I've chosen for my number 3 is "A Day We Share" from the album Emotional Tattoos. And it starts a bit with allusions to environmental problems, climate change, and global solidarity, and not losing hope despite all the challenges. And there's two sentences that really is like sometimes like an affirmation in my mind, because like a background radio. And this is it's just one world we share, so let your actions be a prayer. And this is quite awesome lyrics, I think. And the funny thing is, while writing my Heraclitus essay, I was always hearing it's just one word. So word like logos, just one word we share, so it gets a new meaning then.
That's fabulous.
Nice one.
Kathy, do you know that song?
I don't. No, but I've written it down and I'm going to find it.
Nice.
I don't usually follow progressive Italian bands, so this is good for me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you got to step out of the wheelhouse a little bit every now and then.
Right.
All right, I'm going to jump. So my number 3, how I've chosen to present this is I'm going to say a Stoic quote that kind of encapsulate what I think about the song, then the song, and then why I chose this song for my personal top 3 Stoic songs. So my quote is from A.A. Long's book, Stoic Studies. And there's going to be a lot of talk about Heraclitus on my end too, Ralph, for this podcast. And this is from the section of the book from Heraclitus and Stoicism. And A.A. Long says on page 47, Cleanthes, hymn to Zeus, falls into 3 main sections. Now I'm going to jump to the 3rd section here. Lines 32-9, I'm not sure if that 9's right or not, are a prayer to rescue human beings from their lack of insight into the true nature of things, which Zeus directs by reason, justice, and law. And that is my quote that's going to overhook my song. And my choice for my number 3 is a song written by George Harrison from the Beatles called My Sweet Lord. Very interesting song, and especially the version. Well, first of all, talk like lyrically, it's kind of this ambiguous ode to the universe and God, and he says a variety of different hallelujahs in different languages, and I consider it a modern-day Cleanthes hymn to Zeus. That's the way I look at it. It kind of shows reverence to nature and the conscious cosmos. When I listen to it, I don't necessarily think he's talking about a guy in a chair. I look at it more as like the Stoic God, Stoic nature. It's like reverence to that, like Cleanthes' hymn to Zeus. My favorite version of the song is from 2017, from Concert for George, when it's sung by one of my favorite singers and Hammond organ players, Billy Preston. And the band is Eric Clapton, George Harrison's son, Jeff Lynne, and Billy Preston cuts this promo. I mean, just unbelievable. And in the middle of the song, there's a chord progression, and it jumps into another key. It kind of builds up, and the drums don't even come in till about halfway through the song. And then when it does come in, it feels like this. I call it audio eudaimonia. It's like this. It's like it all of a sudden just zooms right into the cosmos. Just gives you, they call it the Nashville pimples. It just gives you goosebumps. It's just an amazing song with some amazing performance parts. It's also on Billy Preston's record from 1970, Encouraging Words. But my number 3 is My Sweet Lord by Billy Preston and George Harrison.
Fascinating.
And that song's got an interesting history too, because it had a bit of a copyright problem there at some stage too, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I believe it was. They thought it was. She's my. What's it? You're my guy or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Even that beautiful song got hung up in courts for years.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's jump to Kathy's number 2 top 3 Stoic song of all time.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw out Mercy, Mercy Me by Marvin Gaye. Does that hit right? Mercy, Mercy Me is one of those stunning songs that very early on captured the direction of environmental degradation that we were all going towards. And it was an appeal to our logic to stop this behavior and to find a way to turn around our environmental destruction. And you don't, unless you're listening to the words, you think it's just a really good, like, I don't know, is that rhythm and blues? It's just a really good song that you could sing to, that has this sweet, smooth flow, that had this beat, and then all of a sudden you're listening and you think, oh my God, he's telling us to get it together and wise up about how nature will not respect what is being done to it. So I don't think you can go past the love of nature without singing Mercy, Mercy Me. That's mine.
Marvin Gaye is one of my favorite singers. That 70s R&B era is just incredible.
Yep.
What a great choice. I think I used to cover that one years ago. Yeah, it's got that cool R&B, sexy kind of vibe. He sings it, and here's they're all dying.
And he's really poking our eyes out at the same time, right? So it's important. Yeah.
Oh, great pick. Rob, you know that song?
Okay. So this was about to be, I thought this was going to be more popular songs. So my first reference was I went to the top 200 songs by Rolling Stone. And I said, to work out how many. And there's a lot of non-Stoic songs in there, I'll tell you. Right. But what I've done is, so these are a couple, I've actually cheated here in this sense. I've had a tie for number 2. And one fella is actually involved in writing both of these songs. And one of them is by a bloke called John Winston Lennon, and that would be Imagine. And
you took mine. You took my number. You took my number 1.
Oh my God!
One of you got to pick a different
interesting?
One.
Well, maybe I shouldn't mention it. And the other one, and of course, he was involved with writing "Let It Be" as well. So
yeah, right.
And I'm not going to go too much into those songs because people have been hearing them for decades and they make up their own mind. But if you sit down and look at the lyrics, you'll find that there's some underlying Stoic content in there, most definitely.
Wow. Amazing song. Cool piano part, cool chords. I love that video. I think it's just a big white background. He's sitting there and it's beautiful. Just a beautiful song. Great choice, Rob. Kathy, hope you can think of a different number 1, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, I can. But Rob, don't you agree that it's not just a soppy story about being peaceful? It is a protest song. And so from a Stoic perspective, it's about getting active to turn things around and use your imagination to visualize a different kind of world, a wisdom that imagination provides us. So, I mean, you can read all kinds of things into it, but.
Yeah, it's fantastic for that. It's just certainly about living in harmony with nature, being logical, being wise, all that. Yeah. Good choice, Kathy.
Good choice, both of you.
You too, Rob. Good. I love it.
All right, Ralph, what headbanger do you have for us next?
Well, it's not a headbanger, but it's of course from the genre of progressive rock as well. It's a band and the song I discovered only last week by accident. And the band is called, it's a German progressive rock band. It's called Subsignal. The song is called The Passage. And I think I have to say, as a German, I used to listen to English songs quite differently. It's like, oh yeah, I have this song in my mind. It's like some pieces of lyrics. So it's only since I'm more into rock music that I started reading and listening to lyrics and how they relate to how the music relates to the lyrics. So I'm still have this background radio, and what this song is about. It's thought-provoking, and it's about it's not totally Stoic, but there's the refrain is Stoic, and they are singing, all we have is this moment, all we have is this knowledge that this life is a passage so narrow, so wide. I say, when you have this in your ears, it's like there's so much like appreciation of the present moment, recognition that we only have, in a Stoic sense, knowledge or character, and that life is a passage. It's transient, and it's a great cosmic symphony we are all in. These 4 lines are reminding me of this.
Excellent.
It sounds wonderful. Mm-hmm.
Sounds wonderful. Thanks, Ralph. That's a great choice. Looking forward to checking that out on our Spotify playlist. All right, I'm going to move on to my number 2. I'm going to start again with a quote. Like I said, this is going to be heavy Heraclitus this episode. This is Heraclitus's fragment number 59 from the translation I like. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, it's my favorite. Okay. Unite, whole and part, agreement and disagreement, accordant and discordant, from all comes one, and from one all. This goes to a story. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota, and I went to check out this local bar, kind of rough bar I'd never been to in my life. I'm not going to drop the name. Actually, I will drop the name. Ted's Rec in St. Paul, just an excellent bar. This is years ago, when I first went there, I went there with my friends, Dustin, my bass player. We're sitting there, and it was kind of a rough crowd in there. And it was dead quiet in there. Everyone just scowling at each other, having their cocktails, whatever. And it was just kind of like a tension, like just no one got it, just kind of one of those things, a little uncomfortable. So my buddy Dustin goes up to the jukebox, puts his money in, and hits play and sits back down. And all of a sudden, this 1977 song from the album Aja, the song Peg by Steely Dan, comes on. And we're all sitting there scowling at each other. Dun, 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 and all of a sudden, it's looking, it kicks off. This little piano part. And all of a sudden, it just goes, dun, 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 I see your picture. And everybody in the bar, their heads just started bobbing at the same time, just like this. I'm kidding you not. Right when the drums kick in, right before the verse, dun, 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 and everyone just starts head bobbing like out of a Saturday Night Live movie. And I chose that as a Stoic song because it reminds us, like Heraclitus says, we all are from the one. We all have our feed from the universe, and a song can bring us all together really quick, even just head bobbing to some Steely Dan.
Excellent. And there is nothing like Steely Dan to get a crowd all collected together, right?
Yes. So that's my number 2. All right. Are you guys familiar with that song at all?
No.
Oh, yes.
Looking forward.
Oh,
it's
my goodness.
Funky, man. Hang on to your seat. It's funky as hell, man.
It is.
All right. The moment of truth. Kathy Bucher. What is your number 1 top 3 Stoic song of all time?
Oh, okay. It's You Gotta Be by Desiree, 1994. Listen as your day unfolds, challenge what the future holds, try and keep your head up to the sky. Right, lovers, they may cause you tears. Go ahead and release your fears. Stand up and be counted. Don't be ashamed to cry. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wiser. You gotta be hard, you gotta be tough, you gotta be stronger. You gotta be cool, you gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. All I know, love will save the day. Bum, 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 bum. There it is, guys.
That's a number one. That is great.
Yeah, woohoo!
Awesome.
Great job, Kathy. That is awesome. How many other Stoic
Yep.
podcasts do you have people singing on there? That's what we want.
I hope that Mitch pays attention.
Yeah, Mitch, why don't you in here singing something? Kathy, that's a great choice. That was a big hit back in that time, and I totally
was.
understand why you would choose that for your number one.
Yeah, it's really about character. It's about accepting circumstances and rising above them, and it's about having courage. It's about having self-control. It's about staying kind in the face of the vicissitudes of life. So it seems just perfect.
Excellent choice. Excellent list, Kathy. You're the best. Excellent list.
Thank you.
All right, Rob Heller, the world is waiting for your number one.
Hello, world. Okay, so the song that I've chosen is a song that was actually eventually covered by a fellow called Johnny Cash, which I'm sure you're all familiar with.
Oh yeah.
It was also covered by a fellow called Joe Strummer, which of course was the front man of The Clash. This is a song that was sung by the original artist. And it was a little bit out of their genre when they recorded this song. But to me, I couldn't get past this as the number one song, and it's "Redemption Song" by Bob Marley. And
Yep.
because Kathryn has been so great in singing hers, I'm going to sing my little bit of it, okay? So here we go. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, for none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. So won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? It's all I ever had, redemption songs. So that's my number one pick, Redemption Songs by none other than the Tough Gong himself, Robert Nesta Marley. Thank you.
That great choice, Rob. I'm a huge reggae head for sure. And Bob Marley, what a good choice.
Thank you.
Man, great song. I did not know that those other folks had covered that song. I'm generally familiar with Bob's just acoustic solo version of it. Great choice, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Kathy, do
Nice.
you know that song?
We all know all of Bob Marley's songs, right? Whether we know it or not, they're part of us. Yeah. At some point, I'll tell you about Marley and my Peace Corps days, but that's a different podcast.
All right.
We'll definitely do a podcast on that. That sounds great. All right, Ralph, what is your number one top three Stoic song of all time?
Yes, my number one song is from my number one band. So it's this band this band caught my attention in 2021 when my brother was saying, "Here, listen to this rock opera," and this was an album from the band Dream Theater. It's progressive rock, progressive metal. I think they are the best. So since then, I was on 2 concerts. I think all the albums, and I listen to them daily. Since then, I'm also no longer allowed to choose music in the family because I will always unpack something from Dream Theater. And I'm happy that that they played this song, my number one Stoic song, live in Cologne last year on their 40th anniversary tour. And the song is called "This Is the Life." And it has some existential themes about life choices, identity, and the search for meaning. And the lyrics reflect on how to navigate life between living gracefully or getting lost, and how we all face questions about purpose and legacy. And there are some definitely, again, great lyrics, like the refrain, what you know what I mean, is some of us choose to live gracefully. Some can get caught in the maze and lose their way home, which is for me like you can choose virtue or you can choose vice. and then they sing, "This is the life we belong to, our gift divine." Yeah, I think some great lyrics with some great Stoic themes, and you have to listen to it loud.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
It's working better when heard loud.
Always wise words. That's the 11th commandment there, Ralph. That's good. All right. I'm going to jump to my number 1 top 3 Stoic song of all time. And since we have Ralph from Australia, I was going to tie a little Australia into this last one here for me. I'm going to start again with a quote from Will Johncock from the book Beyond the Individual from page 72. He says, "We have thoroughly established that for the Stoicisms of Epictetus and Marcus, the entire universe is unified. This unification is what Marcus has called an harmonious whole." And my story is this. So I went to see Australian actor Russell Crowe had a band, this rock bar band called Tofog, 30-odd footed grunts in Chicago, Illinois. I love the band. We used to cover one of their songs, and it was really cool. I mean, he was a cool actor, whatever, and I wanted to give him one of my CDs. So I was getting down there, whatever, monkeying around, and they played at the House of Blues in Chicago. And they had some really odd, I'd describe them as like a Australian pub beer chugging rugby rock band. And their openers was like this local barbershop quartet and then some other interesting, weird openers they had before the show. And we're kind of like, okay, whatever. When's Russell going to get up here? So we're standing in the front, and all of a sudden, the lights go black, completely black. I don't know how they shut off every little bar light. Everything was pitch black. Couldn't see anything. And then cranked on the sound system, they played from 1972's Mad Men Across the Water, Elton John's Tiny Dancer. So we're sitting in pitch black with all these people. You have no idea who they are, whatever. And everyone just starts singing this at the top of your lungs. And it literally gives me goosebumps even thinking about it. You know, it's like, "Blue Jean Baby, LA lady, seems for the band," like that, and everyone just singing along. And, you know, it's like, and they're just singing the big chorus, whatever, just going nuts. And then right at the second verse, whatever, it's like one of the coolest openers I've ever seen. And all of a sudden, the curtains open up and jumps Russell Crowe singing "Under My Wheels" by Alice Cooper. Just threw it over the edge. But it just seemed like people from all over in a black room singing Elton John. That had a cosmic aspect to it that I really thought was really memorable and was a Stoic moment for me, feeling part of this universal community. Truly social oikiosis musically is what I thought. That's my number 1.
Oh, that's wonderful. Music does that, doesn't it? We all can fall into it together.
It's even at metal concerts or rock concerts, you see it's a big family, so nobody hates the other one. It's like music unites. Music unites.
That's the happy thought of the podcast. Well, for folks listening, thank you guys for listening to our top 3 Stoic songs of all time. Let us know your favorite list of ours that you liked. And again, I love you guys. Thank you, Kathy. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Ralph. Thanks for being part of the podcast.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.
And thanks, Mark, for making such a fun moment in my day. This was great.
Music unites.
Love it. Love it. Love you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to the College of Stoic Philosophers podcast. Please visit thecollegeofstoicphilosophers.org for information on the college, e-journal, and course offerings. Till next time, pro Copton.